Well, welcome to ThriveGroups, everybody. My name is James, and we're so grateful that you all gathered for this Thrive Group. We're in a series right now called Mind the Gap. And this week, Matt talked about dependence in the gap. But before we dive in, let's go over our 2 ground rules. Number 1, everybody participates and nobody dominates. That way, everybody has an opportunity to share. And I really encourage everybody to ask questions. No question is off the table. And number 2, we start on time and we end on time. That just allows us to be respectful of the location that we're meeting in. So let's end on time. So our icebreaker question is what is your favorite vacation spot? And for me, that's super simple. Staycation. I love being home. Whenever my family and I go away, we tend to about 3 or 4 days in just want to be home. So we love being home. But what about you? What is your favorite vacation spot? Great. Now we're going to read 2 different scriptures and we'll talk about what stands out to us in each and maybe even do some compare and contrast. These are longer readings, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. What I suggest is, why don't we go around the room and each person read a line or two. If somebody doesn't have a Bible, maybe somebody could lend them their Bible app or hand them a Bible. So we'll read 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 1 through 10, Hannah's prayer. And then we'll read Matthew chapter 6, verse 9 through 13, which is the Lord's Prayer. So let's go around the room, read that, and then let's talk about what stands out or what we see in similarities between the 2. Okay, our question now is, what gap have you endured through? So let's talk about a gap we've endured through, not the actual end result yet. So for me, I've endured through an addiction gap. I've endured through a separation gap. I've endured through the loss of my father about 5 years ago. I've endured financial strain. Those are a few examples of gaps that I've endured through. But what about you? What gap have you endured through? Okay, next question. How has that trial brought you closer to God? And for me, each of those similar situations and those gaps, I think really good example is my father passing away 5 years ago. He brought me so much joy in my life, brought so much love into my life. But, one certainty in life is we are all going to die. And it's just a really good example of this title of this sermon, Dependence on God. Because God will never leave us. He will never forsake us. His word is the same today, yesterday, and forever. So it's all of these trials have just given me a dependence on God. But what about you? What has the trial that you shared about, how has it brought you closer to God? Okay, great. So thank you so much for joining this Thrive group. This is the part of the group where we go around the room and we ask people if they know anybody that's a family, friend, schoolmate, themselves that have prayer requests. And I encourage everybody as we go around the room to pray. There are no fancy prayers. Just share what God puts on your heart. So we'll go around the room and then the leader will wrap us up in prayer. So again, so grateful that you all joined us. I hope you have a great week and God bless.